My social anxiety was so bad that I literally walked the halls in circles by myself for 40 minutes every morning in order to not feel like I was in the spotlight of others. I did this every day. Let me share a little backstory of why I did this. I grew up going to a really small private school where I had a few friends that I felt safe with. Interactions with anyone else put me in an anxiety nightmare. I cruised along through school, managing to get through each day, even with my social anxiety, until my sophomore year of high school. My parents could no longer afford to send both my brother and myself to private school, so they sent us to a nearby public school, which happened to be one of the largest public schools in the area, with about 1,600 students total. Just so you know how big of a shock this was for me, my private school that I was attending had a total of 200 students in the entire high school. The first day of school, I waited at the bus stop to ride the bus to school for the first time in my life, and I didn't really know what to expect other than
the worst.
I finally got off the bus and I walked into this school, which felt like an airport with the amount of students flooding the halls. Anxiety was at its peak at this point, especially after I realized I had 40 minutes until my first class started every morning. Most students spent that time hanging out with friends. I lost all of my friends. I knew absolutely no one at this school. I was alone, anxious, and scared as hell. I wanted to find a spot to just sit down and be by myself, but I couldn't do that. I feared people would negatively judge me, saying things like, "Who's that kid over there by himself?" or "That kid has no friends, what a loser." You know, typical things social anxiety has your brain thinking is true. On the spot, I came up with a plan to make this 40 minutes more manageable for myself. I started to walk the halls in large circles, knowing that I would just be able to blend in and no one would ever know that I'm just repeating the same path over and over again. Until eventually one day, somebody did. I took a seat on the bus to head home from school, and someone called me out in front of everybody and said, "Why do you walk the halls in circles every morning?"